Hello. Good morning, great Biafrans. Good morning. Good morning. Today we are not going to be broadcasting on the radio. So if you know somebody that is on the radio to join us in you are watching from Twitter or YouTube. You can listen to this broadcast at Radio Biafra VOC. Radio Biafra VOC. Facebook, we are live on Coastal Biafra. Then Twitter, we are live on at Nemi. So try to ensure that other people are able to listen, and people that might be on the radio waiting for me to come on air, please ensure that you let them know that we're having challenges with the radio, but this message must be preached. The message must be preached. The message is timely. Let us pray. Elohim in heaven, we worship. We thank you for there is no one like you. Tamara, Ogonomokiri Motemeda. The one who reigns in heavens and reigns upon the earth. We worship you. We worship you. We worship you everywhere we are in this world. And we shall continue to worship you, for you are the creator, and you alone can give us Biafra. Not any man, not in the wisdom, weapons of mass destruction, in any other thing, but in our belief in you. For we were doing different things when you called us and separated us for this task. And because you have called and separated us for generations and generations to come, we shall continue to follow your leading until you restore Biafra to the amazement of the world and to the glory of your name. At this juncture, I pray for our leader, Mazen Amdek, that you strengthen him, that you give him everything that he needs, that no matter what happens, he remains strong and resolute. No matter the mind game, no matter the mind torture, he remains focused, strong, and resolute. We pray the trying time, extended families, immediate family. Pray that they shall continue to do the work that they do, or the family committed, focused, and resilient to ensure that our leader is released. Abba Father, we pray for Biafrans and all lovers of freedom all over the world, not because of Biafra, that are tweeting every single now and then, that are doing everything can to ensure that this gospel is preached and to ensure that the preaching of this gospel reach the ends of the earth. Lord, we pray that you continue to keep these ones and you continue to guide them. Elohim, Abba Father, We also commit our men in the forest that they remain strong and resolute. And Lord, give them victory upon victory upon victory at every instance, irrespective of who the enemy is. All this we ask in the name of Tamara, Tamuno, Ayeba, Azeba, Izebe, Akene, Ise, Mopa. Like I said earlier, live on Facebook on Coastal Biafra TV. We are live on Twitter on Nemi_Tari. We are live as well on YouTube from VOC. Following this broadcast, you can. Okay? And one more thing, in case you're just joining us, we are having issues on the radio, so we're not live on the radio. We're not live on the radio, but we are going to get back to that. So those that might be listening from the radio, I'm sorry, if you can, try to ensure that you get this message to them on any one of these platforms. So our topic today is Biafra Not For Sale. Biafra is not for sale. You know, must understand, irrespective of where you are, who you are, whatever you're doing, and all of that, you must make up your mind. You must be determined as a Biafran in this movement. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Be determined to remain strong until Biafra is restored. Because the weak ones will fall by the wayside, the feeble ones side. But you must ensure that you remain strong. It's very important. Why? Because Biafra is our own, and Biafra is not for sale. We have not come out here to put Biafra in the market. As we go forward, as we go further, I believe you get clearer understanding of what I'm talking about. We have enemies to this restoration of Biafra, to this move. We have enemies. Our number one enemy is Britain. The zoo is not our enemy. Number one enemy is Britain. The first enemy that we have. Fulani was never in Biafra land. They never got here, or at least they never got deep. They were stopped very, very far. Couldn't even penetrate until Britain came here and started penetrating us through deception of business. Because we have seen their likes. We have been doing business with white men from Europe long before Britain came to our shores. And they penetrated us not knowing that they have other motives. Until they captured our lands and delivered it to Fulani in partnership. So our number one enemies are Britain. And somehow, some way, they are not want to offend Britain that will to happen. Britain is our enemy. Their allies, most of the time, would not want to speak for us. Then number two enemy is Fulani. Then we have the slave enemies, those that are politicians in Biafra land. There are two categories of slave enemies. The first category are the politicians. Those that call themselves politicians, those that occupy political offices in Biafra land, that are doing everything to sustain the evil contraption Nigeria and obey every command that comes from Fulani. They are the first category of the slave enemies that we have. They are slave enemies because they have sold themselves. They are Biafrans. They should be thinking of freedom for themselves, their children, and generations to come. But no, they chose to sell politicians. On the normal day, in reasonable countries, it is politicians and lawyers that are at the forefront fighting for Catalonia to be a sovereign country. But no, in the case of Biafra, it's not the same. Our eternal leader, Ojukwu, yes, he wasn't a politician, but he was occupying an office. He was occupying a position. And as a brave man, he stood for his people. He wasn't a slave. But the crop of people we have today in political positions are slaves. And because they are slaves to our enemies, they have put themselves as our enemies. They are our enemies. Until except they take a turn around. But some of them have gone too far. Some of them have gone too far to turn around. So the first enemies are Britain. I'm sorry. The first slave enemies are the politicians. Do not forget, our first enemy is Britain, Fulani, and somehow, some way, the friends or allies of Britain that wouldn't want to offend them. Okay? Those ones will not speak in our favor most of the times. They might love what we do, they might like it, but they will not support it because they gain something from our undoing. They gain something from the death of our people. They gain something from the desecration of our land. They gain something, somehow, from the foolishness of our people. Because they are allies of Britain. So, you know, when we were children, they told us when you're eating, don't talk. Who are the second category of fools that pretend to be freedom fighters? They come, but instead, they will be fighting those that are fighting. Instead of picking a fight, the enemy, it is those that are picking it on the enemy. Those ones, most of the enemies have brought them over. Most of the times, the enemies have brought them over. promise them, I'll give you this, I'll give you that, I'll give you money. Most of them, somehow, some way, to get into the first cadre of slave enemies positions. So they choose to sell the destiny of their people in return for favors. They are our enemies. And you must recognize that these second cadre are very dangerous, and to deal with them you must be very skillful, because they pretend to be you or to love those that you're fighting for, and they come with different strategies, because our enemies are smart. Don't ever underrate your enemy. Our enemies are smart. Our enemies are smart. And we must never underrate any enemy. Anybody that underrates an enemy is a fool. Our enemies are Britain in this world, or indirectly. The most powerful country in the whole world. So you must know what we're dealing with. For Britain to be able to world in Africa and in Asia and in the Americas, know that we are not dealing with people that are easy to deal with. And most of them have not changed. Mostly those in the political arena. They have not changed. They are focused, and they remain steady in doing what they do to us, keep us divided and all of that. Now, when I tell you that Biafra is not for sale, you should know first, in 1966, even before Biafra was, even before Ojukwu declared Biafra to be sovereign, Isaac Adagaboro, a young 20s, late 20s, as at the time, and he had just, he didn't even finish as the student union government in Nsukka. This man declared the Niger Delta Republic, which he said is the coastlines of Biafra. So when he declared Niger Delta Republic and all of that, Niger Delta Republic, he declared it to be out of Nigeria. Now, I don't want to, I have talked about this many times, even on the radio, on Facebook. I've written about it. You can go and look at my old documents, old things I've written about Isaac Boro. I'm not to details about what transpired, and all of that. But many people argue that, oh, he meant well, good. I agree, but there were many things that played under the carpet that he didn't understand. Now, Isaac Boro declared Niger Delta Republic, fine and good. For his own people, INC is trying to fight as a Joy Republic. That was what Isaac Boro declared as Niger Delta Republic. Now, when Isaac Boro declared Niger Delta Republic, he tried, he was arrested, after all those, while all those things was happening, the politics was heating up, and it got to a point in time when the Fulanis led the houses, and they started killing Biafrans all over the north, and Biafrans had to run, abandoning everything they had to save their heads, and many didn't survive it, ran back to Biafra land. Biafran said, we don't want to be with these people anymore. We want to return to how we used to be. We never knew them before. We have never been with them before. Even Britain recognized that Biafra is a separate state. There's a map of 1844 that I'm going to present to you, and many of us will see that the Eastern region has been recognized as one entity. The place that was called as Eastern region. We're going to discuss more on that. So, when this happened, he was arrested, and when Ojukwu declared, what did these people go to Boro to do? They came to Boro and asked Boro and told Boro, oh, come and fight for Nigeria. Somebody that was actually declaring to fight for Nigeria, that Nigeria is supposed to be his enemy. The same Nigeria came and said, oh, it's now enemy. Meanwhile, the Niger Delta have not opened eyes. As at the time he opened eyes and he declared Niger Delta Republic. Then now everybody's eyes are now opened. We now understand what you are saying, that Nigeria is the problem. Okay, now let us all work together. Your own people. They will now give you a state inside Nigeria, or not that we are going to give you what you want. We are going to give you a state inside Nigeria. And he bought it. He took it. That was how Niger Delta was sold. So Niger Delta has been sold from the very beginning by the same person that declared her. Now, when I'm saying Niger Delta, I don't mean the people. You cannot sell the people. But the idea, the ideology was sold. It has been sold. And when, in recent times, when the Kama Declaration was made, and the struggle in the struggle for resource control and all of that, which they carried that same name, Niger Delta, came up, many people died in sincerity and fought very hard, fought against the Nigerian state very hard. But at the end of the day, they still sold the name, the business name, Niger Delta. So Niger Delta is a business name that they use to just sell. That is why nobody is taking that name seriously again, apart from some people in Ijo land that want to serve Britain till they die. I will not mention name. If you know the person, you know the person. There are some names that are not supposed to be mentioned. Okay, though we are not on Radio Biafra, but it's not every person's name I mention. So now these people sold Niger Delta in a platter of give amnesty came, they accepted amnesty and settle me this, settle me that, settle me this, settle me that. They have sold it. The same pattern, the same system, but that was how they were able to the Niger Delta or resource control struggle. That was how they were able to buy them little by little. And before you know it, they will begin to kill themselves, they will begin to fight themselves, and everything will be over. That is the system. And that was how they bought Niger Delta. Now nobody can come up and say Niger Delta. What is Niger Delta? After all, it was the coinage of Britain. Niger is Britain, Delta is Britain. Or rather, so this was how they sold the struggle in the coast. And we know those that sold it. We know the people that sold it. Many of them are still here. Now, when our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started talking, just as Owazurike also wanted to sell the Biafra movement, but thank God for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came to the scene and he started talking. When we that are in the spirit heard his voice, we know that this man is not a businessman. He's not here to sell any struggle. He's not here to build anything and sell it. And that is why we all are here. And we are here to restore Biafra. We are not here to sell Biafra. So the same strategy, in doing it and try to raise up since the inception of IPOB, there has been people that the enemies try to bribe, they try to penetrate, try to deceive. They would deceive those that they can deceive, bribe, confuse those that they can confuse. That is how they've been doing it. From time to time, they've been doing it. Once they see that maybe you have one grievance or the other and you do not know how to manage yourself, they get in, deceive you. We are on social media, they are on social media. They come and they write false messages and give you false images. Today, I want to, I am from the coast. I'm an Izoman. And I want to address certain things in the coast. There is Ijaw National Congress. Ijaw National Congress is considered by most Ijaw people as the apex body of it, when it has to do with deciding the way forward and all of that. The elders, the gathering of the elders. And Asari Dokubo prides himself to be one among the Ijaw National Congress. I have been following events. I've been seeing how has been coming out and been making certain statements that shows like the Ijaw National Congress is serious away from Nigeria. Though they do not agree with us that we all are Biafrans, but at least they agree with us that the Ijaw people don't need Nigeria anymore. On that note of agreement, I liked what they are doing. At least we disagree to agree. At the end of the day, we can sit on a round table. People I consider my enemy is the one that says that person is my enemy. If you say that I am an Ijaw man, if you say it remain in Nigeria, then you are my enemy. If you say Biafra must remain in Nigeria, then you are my enemy. If you say Soko people must remain in Nigeria, then you are my enemy. If you say Urobo must, Ibibio must remain in Nigeria, you are my enemy. I don't have any problem with people that believe that, okay, I am a Nigerian, but don't say even the people in your community, even in your own family, you can't decide for everybody. Because people are suffering, real suffer here. Real one. Real suffer. People are suffering. And one person is there trying to overtalk other people to force them to be in Nigeria. Who are you? If you say that or you make steps in that if you say that or make steps in that regard, you are my enemy. You are my enemy. I consider you as such want our people to have a life. You do not want our people to be free. We have been in this zoo called Nigeria for 100, and we are worse than we were. Every year things get worse. And we know we are better. We are better than what we are seeing. Our intellect is sharp to produce streets like the streets that you have in Biafra State. Or to produce streets like you have in Aba. We are far better than this. So anybody that comes up and tell me we must remain in Nigeria, that person is an enemy. So these lower side of the slave enemies, like I told you, they are more dangerous because they pretend to be part of you. The same thing that Asari Dokubo, I have been avoiding this Asari matter, but I think I should address it once and for all so that our people get this understanding very, very clearly. The game this man is playing. The same way Asari Dokubo helped them to divide our people in the coast, scatter everything, going forward to be shouting, yeah, we are the ones. At the end of the day, he will sell everything up, sell everybody. The same way he did was the same way he came. Be the one in front to think that we should have friends in the world. He was saying, no, we should fight. The same man that was saying, no, we should fight the enemy, now he's working with the enemy to fight against us. The clips are there, the videos are there. He said, no, we should fight the enemy. But now he's the one joining the enemy to fight the people. And what is the deception that they want to create? These people want to create. The impression is very simple. They have seen that they cannot hold our leader down. They want to put Biafra land in disarray. They want to put Biafra land in disarray. That is why Asari Dokubo will be coming on air every morning, night, noon and night, coming on air to say, I will kill this, I will kill that. And he's doing that as an Izoman, saying that he's an Ijoman, he will kill that, he will kill this, he will kill that. Putting people in the name of Ijo to carry them into Igbo hinterland and fight people that are fighting for their freedom. And when they get there, sometimes, like what is just recently revealed, it is the Nigerian army that engages them and wipe them out. Now, what is the purpose of this? About 70 people that this charlatan recruited, about 70 people that he recruited, their bodies have their bodies are lying in Idiato, as one of our brothers revealed, wasted. And the impression they want to create is that, oh, ESN killed them. So they will provoke more people to join in that foolishness. Just as when Isaac Adakaboro died by the bullets of the Nigerian soldier in his forehead, the reports that came to the office announced that was what was carried on the paper, that Biafran soldiers killed Adakaboro. But his men that fought side by side with him, like a one arrow, told us the truth. That the person or the people that killed Isaac Adakaboro were not this. That is the same thing that is happening. They want to see, because they know that this movement, as it is hot in the hinterland, it is coming to the coast. They know that the people in the coast are getting ready. They know that the people in the coast are warming up. They want to see that before the thing, before this wave spread in the coast like it is in the hinterland, let them put confusion that will make even a sincere person in the hinterland to hate a sincere person in the coast. Let them put something, let them poison the people, poison the heart of the people. And that is why I'm addressing the claim of the Ijaw National Congress. Even if I'm not a member of the Ijaw National Congress, Asari is an Ijaw man. I'm going to stop to Asari, or we are going to say that the Ijaw National Congress is actually working with Asari to cause division in Ijaw land. We are going to conclude that the Ijaw National Congress is not serious to save Ijaw people. If the Ijaw National Congress is serious to save Ijaw people, why should the Ijaw National Congress be allowing Asari to be ranting without calling him to order? Why? Why should the Ijaw National Congress allow Asari to be ranting every day and be causing problems for Ijaw people? If you claim that the Ijaw people do not want Biafra, how is an Igbo man fighting on an Igbo ground for his people to be safe? How is that now the business of an Ijaw man in the creek? How is that his business? That he is now foolish people that don't know their right from their left for them to be slaughtered, promising to give them 150K. What is 150,000 naira? And when they go there, they will round them up. Nigerian soldiers will round them up and slaughter all of them. Why? They want to set the fire. They want to set the fire up. They want to set the fire up. I know that most of you in INC, most of you are politicians. Some of you are not. Or some of you were politicians. Whether you're still active in the politics, I don't know. Some of you were never politicians, but you are there. But we know that most of you are not serious for the freedom of. But that doesn't mean that if we see steps that seem to be right will not applaud you. But on this one, you cannot remain quiet, because Asari Dokubo is beginning to give a wrong picture. Asari Dokubo is giving a wrong picture of the Ijaw people, and the Ijaw people must stand against it. Most especially the Ijaw National Congress. Why should Asari accept a contract to be recruiting to waste their lives just to prove to the world that, oh, Biafra is fighting Biafra? The Igbo people and Ijaw people are fighting. Then when some Ijaw people now see what is happening and get angry and try to put Asari to a stop, they will now say that it is Igbo people that are doing it. When Ijaw people rise and say, oh, this thing must have to stop because you in the INC are saying nothing. Because you're saying nothing. Oh, it is Igbo people that have come to Ijaw land to kill Ijaw people. This is the game they want to play, because they know that they cannot win our leader in this court. So what they want to do is to see to it that if at all they free our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he will be coming back to face something within his own Biafra that will be difficult for him to handle. And that is why we have to be tactical. We have to be careful in handling this. We have to be very tactical. Because you cannot go and be doing stupid things in the name of Ijaw. The same things that you have done to our people here, all you have been doing is to expose the Ijaw people to their death. All because of money. All because of money. So you want to create the tribal conflicts between Ijaw and Igbo, because they have calculated that on the coastlines, Ijaw people are more, while Igbo are more populated on the hinterland. So the way to do it is try to ensure that these two people are fighting. Because when you want to grab the coast, you must grab Ijaw. Ijaw population where Ijaw people are coming together to fight against the Nigerian state. So they have gone ahead, recruit a willing tool that will take this instead of to gather Ijaw youths. Asari, you say that you have money, you Nigerian government to pay Ijaw 150K to fight. Can't you pay those boys that 150,000 naira and ask them to fight Fulani that are in Ijaw land the same way Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have raised ESN to defend the hinterland and the coast? But instead, you gather them together, take bribe from the Nigerian government, and promise to be paying them 150,000 naira. Why? Because you are not allowed to be the emir of Biafra. You want to make Biafra your emirate. Is that possible? You can't even make Ijaw your emirate, not to talk about Biafra. You must remember you are just one man. And you must stop this thing that you're doing. You must stop it. And INC must not keep quiet. Or else INC is allowing something that is not supposed to be. INC is allowing an impression, the impression that Igbo people are after the life of Igbo people. Or some people are the ones now that want to stop Igbo people from being free. Maybe some people vote against Biafra, so be it. But go to Igbo land. Has Igbo people come to Igbo land to say that it must be Biafra? To kill Igbo people and say, oh, you must be Biafra, or you must be Igbo, or whatever. So why allow this charlatan to destroy their lives? The Nigerian soldiers, all these are the strategy of Britain. That's why you will see Katrina Lang sit with INC executive, Ijaw National Congress executives. The next day, Ijaw National Congress executives are sitting with Buhari. The other time, Katrina Lang is taking pictures with the lawyers that are there to prosecute our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is a British citizen. Are they supposed, those that are taking a British citizen at their end, or those that are defending the British citizen? These are the games that they are playing, and we are smarter than them. They must know that we I am giving the Ijaw National Congress a benefit of doubt to prove that they didn't send Asari to do what he's doing. They must speak to the world. The executive of the Ijaw National Congress did not send Asari to do what he's doing, and that Ijaw people did not send Asari to do what he's doing, that Asari is on his own personal contract, and Ijaw youths, Ijaw people should not follow him. If you find no business, I must have to see something like that for me to accept that Asari is not doing the bidding of INC. That INC don't want to set Ijaw people for an unending war with Igbo people. I must have to see this. But you must remember that no matter what you do, Biafra is not for sale. The same way they made Aziboro to recruit Ijaw youths, deceive them, and their problem is Igbo people. Today, Ijaw people are suffering far worse than what the Igbo man is suffering. Oh, Nigeria is a country. Nigeria is a country. They allow your son to breathe fresh air when he was president. You must remember that Goodluck Jonathan didn't become president because he's a German. Nigeria did not just vote for Goodluck Jonathan. Goodluck Jonathan was there by chance. It would just have been too obvious. That was why the man became president in the first place. So you shouldn't be deceiving yourself like you have a place in the zoo called Nigeria. No German have a place in Nigeria. No man from the coast or from Biafra land entirely have a place. And we must all understand that all what these saboteurs are doing when they gather, all what they do, their aim is to destroy the structure of IPOB. Anybody open to tell you that he wants to destroy the structure of IPOB, that system that has been achieving all these things till this day, that because our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not on ground, that it is the system. IPOB is a system. IPOB is a movement. That his problem is that system. That person is your enemy. Don't be fooled by his. Some of these people have dined with the devil, and they want to drag you to hell. If you're a fool, you will follow them and you'll be drowned. But if you're not a fool, you will stand out. Many of us understand the game. We understand how these things go. Leaders can make mistakes. Of course, they are humans. Leaders can make mistakes. Followers may disagree with leaders. Leaders may disagree with their followers. But what makes a leader and a follower is that the leader should lead and the follower should follow. When the follower stops following his leader, he will be drowned. We must be tough in our minds, because this game more of a mind game than it is of guns and bullets. It is far more of a propaganda war. The only reason able to have an upper hand against the Biafran forces in the 60s was propaganda. Not because they had finer soldiers, not because they had more determined soldiers, no. It was propaganda. It was propaganda. And if the mind of the people are strong, propaganda will not get to them. You must be strong and resolute and keep your focus on the goal. And stop jumping around and beating about. IPOB is the movement. Is a movement that comes up with any other name, any other ideology. They are businessmen. They will fail. Just like Yahweh said in the Holy Scriptures, he said, those that came through the window, they are thieves. That is the same thing that we are telling you. Those that would not want to submit themselves to IPOB, they are thieves. They are thieves. Those that would not want to follow this system, follow our leader, and follow what he has put in place, they are thieves. Now, some people make good decisions. We disagree with this. But you don't disagree to the extent that you now make your enemy, or make the movement that you have been sacrificing everything for an enemy. Then you have missed it. Now I'm addressing the stupidity that is going on among most of our people. You have missed it. So if they have not approached you to give you bribe and everything, you must put yourself back online. You must put yourself back in track. If you have, because it is IPOB that will give us Biafra. Our leader will not come out of where he is and want to start another extent. If you think there is grievances that the leadership of the DOS cannot solve, then you wait for our leader. When he comes, he will solve it. When he's out there, he will solve it. Our leader will be out very soon. But what these people want to do is to that our leader comes out to inherit problems. And we shouldn't help them. We shouldn't help them. And people should stop saying, Ijo youth this, Ijo youth that. Ijo people are not with Asari. Asari is on his own. My only problem is that the INC or the IYC have not done anything to call out and tell him that he should stop it. Why? From the same place in Asari. They are all benefiting. Ijo elders should call him out and say, no, you must stop this. Because no matter what, Asari is trying to create something that will swallow many of our people. Fighting against ourselves. When we are supposed to be fighting for our freedom, we'll be fighting against ourselves and be spilling our own blood. Abomination. The enemies are looking for weak minds. They want to see that your minds are weak. You must understand that this thing called propaganda goes beyond just talk. Sometimes they take action. That was how they took action in the 60s. Gave, what was it called? Gave people Biafran army, gave them Biafran army uniform. Just as they are giving these charlatans and Assad is using and deceiving, giving them Nigerian army uniform to go to Igbo hinterland. When they get there, they run them up and kill them and say, oh, Igbo people have killed each other. So that foolish Igbo people will start being like, hey, how can I be fighting alongside with somebody that killed my brother? You know, blood is very strong. Blood is very powerful. So by the time you see that your brother is dead, and it is because he was taken to Igbo hinterland, you now be like, hey, how can I join hands with Igbo people to say we want to fight for freedom? Meanwhile, they are the ones that killed my brother the other day that I buried, that I was crying. Not knowing that they are not the ones. It was Nigerian army. They want to create that deception so that the anger in the court will increase, so that they'll be able to raise more people, and these people will just be fighting themselves. Why? Nigerian army have run out of men in trying to do the Fulani work. No longer stay in the hinterland. They have all been enough. So what does the Nigerian army go there? Nigerian army go to what is it called? Go there and be fighting ESM by themselves. Because the terrorists have failed. They have taken the and they kill the villagers, burn their houses. And Nigerians, those community people are Nigerians, they burn their houses, kill them, rape people, rape women. And so now the Nigerian army is now the one doing Fulani work. They want to clear the road for Fulani, so they go inside the forest to go and look for ESN. ESN that is inside the forest. How is ESN the problem of Nigeria? If Nigeria is not a terrorist state. ESN went to chase the Nigerian army are going inside the forest to chase ESN. So now they are lost the war. The terrorist war, they have lost it. They now want to create a war for us within Biafra. And the person they want to use to create that war is Asari. They want to use him to create this war of Biafra among Biafra. So instead of us to be focused on the release of our leader and also struggle, we will now be thinking of, oh, an Igbo man killed an Ijaw man, then an Ijaw man need to kill an Igbo man. And when that happens, an Igbo man retaliates. Oh, it begins to become disarray. That was the same strategy that British people used on our people for decolonization. Times before they came and said protectorates, they will go to Calabari. They will create problem between the Calabari and Okrika. They will start fighting. Then they will now come and say, oh, nobody should fight over this business. You should not fight. Let me say to you. You are indirectly telling them that you are under them. Yeah, you are your land is their territory. I will protect you so that your neighbor or fight. If you have anything, come to me. That was how protectorate was formed, and that is why we are in the zoo called Nigeria today. We must learn from our past so that we don't make the same mistakes. But everybody must understand that Asari doesn't have the backing of the Ijaw nation. Even though INC or IYC, which I know practically they are, but if they are doing it with him, there are very few people. It is not the Ijaw people. It is not the Ijaw people. Asari is just a single man. He doesn't even command respect in Ijaw land. Not anymore. Not after we have known all his schemes. He doesn't command respect in Ijaw land anymore. So nobody should make that mistake to think Asari is representing. I even thank God I'm not doing this thing on Radio Biafra, because Radio Biafra is a hallowed platform. Mentioning that name on Radio Biafra. So this is the fact that everyone must take to breath. This is the fact. This is their game. This is what they want to. They have seen that they cannot win. They cannot win in the courts. We are beating them in the courts, even in their own courts, and we'll beat them. Our leader will be out. They can hold him. They can keep him. What they wanted to do was, destroy ESN, use the army, flush ESN, then use Fulani people to intimidate the Biafran people in their communities. They will not be afraid. They will not be able to talk on social media or protest like our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Not be uprising anywhere. Nothing will happen. But because they have failed in that quest, they have put up a new strategy. And the new strategy is create problem within Biafra. Let Biafrans fight themselves. Divide and conquer. But that too, they have failed. Because from the onset, we were ready to restore Biafra. And we know that there are many many more people that are ready to take bribes. We knew from the onset, we know that if you want to save a black man, first of all, you must be ready to save the black man from the black man. You must be ready to save the black man from the black man. What I mean, not just a black man from white. If you want to save a black man, let me say, in a particular community, they are going through a kind of oppression and all of that. You want to come and save them from that. From within that same community, there will be those that you will have to contend with. You must have to contend with them. It's always like that in every black society. And we have studied us. Do not think that we are here to joke. There is no how you can buy Biafra off. You know, when they tried to buy Biafra from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and it didn't work, that is how they started trying to use other means, trying to penetrate. You know, if Mazi at the beginning, people would have blamed him and say, oh, the man fight for Biafra and he did not allow him. But I thank God gave him names, list of people, list of betrayers from Ijoland. And the name Asari name is on top of that list. He's number one on that list. Say this person, he is a betrayer of his people. Be careful with him. And few other names. And all those people have showed themselves. We know those that are deceived. Those that are deceived, I don't have problem with them. We can argue. We can argue, we can decide. But those that are betrayers are a big problem. When we have betrayers, we have them people. We think the same way everybody wants his own. That is the way Biafrans think. Oh, me, myself, I want my own. I want my own. And that pushes us to the temptation of wanting, of getting whatever we want, however it may come. But of course, it cannot stop us because Biafra is not for sale. It doesn't matter. You go to the hinterland, pay people to love us, to pretend with us. You come in, find people that are weak, that you can bribe and deceive them. You go to the coast, try to pay people and deceive them. No matter what you do, it's not going to work. That I assure you. At this point in time, we'll be opening the lines so that you can call. If you want to call, I know we're not on the radio, but if you want to call from any of the social media platforms, if you have been following me, you should have the number by now. If you have called before, you should have the number. The same number, you can call the same number and give your contribution to what we are. You can call us on sound at +45 71 64 59 You can call us on +48 73 96 5102. On Skype, just type Radio Biafra VOC, just as you have it on our YouTube channel, Radio Biafra VOC, and you have it there. So I take it again, signal +45 7164 5962 +45 7164 5962. WhatsApp +48 73 96 5102 48 73 96. Things are open. You can call and give if you want to. The lines are open now. Anyone can call. So this is the deception that is going on, and this is why every now and then you will see the man try to create hate and more hate, hate and more hate. Every day he's on his Facebook handle trying to create hate. Say he will kill this one, he will kill that one, he will kill this one. Are you the owner of life? The only one that can kill? Meanwhile, you will not join them. When he tells you, go to Imo State, go to here, tell him, let him lead in front. Let him join you. Tell him to come and join you. Tell him to come and join you. Tell him to come and join you. The thing is that these people, they want to waste Ijaw youths that will be able to defend Ijaw land before they come. Ijaw is the last grip. So they are just keeping Ijaw and waiting. So that by the time they grab Ijaw, on the Igbo hinterland is very tough. So they want to see how to make it soft for them. The fighters will be few. So they will carry these people and be wiping them out. Wiping them out. By the time they come here, it will only be women and children. By the time Ijaw people's eyes open, they say, we need to stand though. It will be women and children. That's what they are trying to do. It will be women and children that will be left behind. And Fulani terrorists will just take over everywhere. Want to carry the able-bodied young men, take them to the hinterland, waste them, fume. Take them to the hinterland, waste them, fume. Why don't they go to Ijaw land and waste them? So that our people's eyes will open and know who their enemies are. Why take them into Igbo hinterland to waste them? Foolish young men. Poverty all over the land. There is poverty. They don't know what they are calling them for. They just tell them, man, come, let us train you. It is under Asare. We are going to give a hungry man 50,000. It will look like a big thing to him. He will run for it, not asking questions. Luckily, those that asked questions are the ones that told us the story. If not for those that asked questions, these people would have been silently. And that, if you notice, Asari Dokubo was not coming online. They would have been silently eliminating his own youths until there will be no youths in his own land anymore. Silently eliminating them. Silently eliminating them. Until there will be no youths in Ijaw land. There will be no young, able-bodied men deceiving them. I thank God for Radio Biafra that have enlightened many of our people, even though we have to do more to spread it all over the coast, not just in Ijaw land. That man is in Ijaw, but he is having his camp on Ijaw land, and most of the people he's recruiting are Ijaw people. Then other people in the coast gathering them to go and because all in the name of Ijaw. So INC must call him to order. INC must disassociate themselves from Asari Dokubo. INC must reject him because INC, you cannot be a member of INC. And INC is saying that, and you are joining Nigeria as a member of INC, joining Nigeria to fight against other people that are saying the same thing that INC is saying. No. And INC is keeping quiet, then there is something fishing. INC must not keep quiet. INC cannot keep quiet. Quiet. Not possible. If you keep quiet, know that you accept what Asari Dokubo is doing. INC must reject the activities of Asari Dokubo. They must disassociate themselves from the activities of Asari Dokubo. Asari Dokubo is claiming that Igbo people are killing Igbo people. How is that his business? Is he now the one that wants to solve Igbo people's problems? How is that his business? Killing Igbo people. Are there no Igbo people to address the killing of Igbo people? Why should you live into the hinterland to in the name of Igbo people are killing Igbo people? But rather, you're setting Igbo people up to be killed. And INC cannot keep quiet on this. Not possible. Thank you very much for listening. At this juncture, we shall be calling. And you must never forget that Biafra is not for sale. Who they pay doesn't matter. The followership of the person or his strength or whatever he can do or how sweet his mouth is or her mouth is. Biafra is not for sale. You cannot buy Biafra. It's not possible. You can't buy Biafra. You can't buy us. We are not for sale. We are here to give the Biafran people Biafra as a sovereign nation upon this earth. And that task we must fulfill. Doesn't matter the cost, we must fulfill it. Thank you very much, and God bless you. We shall by Monday. God bless you.